So Six Nations season is about to start, and if you're anything like me or the people that I train, it's a very social time around alcohol, around food, and around social events. And as I always say, in the Western world, our social lives are definitely built around food and drink. There's nothing wrong with that. However, when we're trying to lose weight, we've got ambitious goals to change our bodies and our body composition, how we look, losing fat, losing dress sizes, etc., we can absolutely derail progress during this time. And usually what might happen to people is they have a good Monday to Thursday, and then on a Friday, a Saturday and Sunday while the rugby's on or the socializing going on, fuck it happens. And the problem with that mindset, this start again on Monday mindset, is that you might have many pints, many meals out, and if you start again on Monday, all that progress Monday to Thursday is lost. So here is the strategy and the plan that I use when I'm training people to allow them to have that social life but still keep having results. So the first one is a bit wishy-washy, it's a bit of a mindset thing, is this going to be a week where you make progress? I mean, make that conscious decision. Because if you're out for 2 days and you're drinking and you're eating and you've got a brunch and then you're watching the rugby or the football and then you're going out at night, you are probably not going to make progress, and that is okay, but you have to be conscious about it. So maybe it's just not a fat loss week for you this week, or maybe it is, and maybe you have to think a little bit more strategically about what you have on that night off. The second strategy that I use with my people is to restrict in the days and weeks leading up to the night out, okay? So let's say, for example, to lose fat, you are on 1,500 calories per day. Over 7 days, you have a total calorie allowance. And then what you would do is you would budget a lot of calories for the days you're out and then spread the calories, the rest of the calories, over the remaining days. So just for easy maths, I'm not very good at maths, but just for easy maths, let's say you're on 2,000 calories a day. Over 7 days, that is an allowance of 14,000 calories, and you will hit your goals if, as an average, you do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna budget 7,000 calories for Saturday and Sunday, because I know I'm out twice, I'm watching the rugby, I'm spending time with friends, with family. Yeah, that will leave me 7,000 calories for the Monday to Friday. Now, I'm not gonna lie, for me, that's a massive over restriction, but if I want to hit my goals, that's what I need to do. But let's say that we do that over 2 weeks, and then we go, right, I want 7,000 calories for the 2 days that I'm out, but in the other 12 days, I would have the remaining 21,000 calories, and it makes it a little bit gentler. Now, I actually ask people to weigh themselves or track their progress on a weekly basis or a daily basis, depending on their relationships with the scales, how emotional they feel, if things aren't going the way they want to, because the body fluctuates all the time. And what will happen is, for people who have, let's say they're strict Monday to Thursday, Monday to Friday, and then they have a larger weekend, whether it's within calories or not, because of that amount of food, carbohydrates, the salt, water retention, dehydration, weight is gonna spike on that Monday. So what we ideally want is to leave it a little bit of time before weighing ourselves, because otherwise we can think, oh, do you know, what's the point? But what matters is we're in a calorie deficit. So, other little tactics we can use. So forget strategy, now we're on to tactics. What are your drinks choices gonna be? Pint of Guinness, we're looking at about 300 calories. If you have 5 pints of that, 1,500 calories, you've used half of your allowance and you haven't even eaten anything yet. Cocktails, they're between 400 and 500 calories a pop, depending on things like the juices that are used. And let's say you have 3 cocktails, you're then looking at what, 12 to 1,500 calories. So you can see how this adds up. I actually had a client years ago go to the Edinburgh Cocktail Festival. They drank all day, they had 2 meals out, and they hit 9,000 calories in their day, which people think is crazy, but it can absolutely happen. So can you swap your drink choices? Can you swap it to a vodka tonic or a vodka Diet Coke, which is around 40 calories? Can you maybe think about, if you're having a meal out, what is the best option I can have? And on a weekend, what I encourage the people that I train to do is to Send a menu with 3 choices that they want, and I will choose the best one out of the 3. Or we create rules like, if you're going out for a meal, maybe you only have a main course, you don't have a starter and main, you don't have a main dessert, you certainly don't have a starter, main, sides and dessert and drinks. So can we change that? On the day of a social event, so I am out on Saturday, the day of the social event, I will deliberately restrict, try and get some fruit in, some nutrients and some protein, but make sure that in the day I'm having less calories than I usually would. So there's the remainder up there. And maybe the most important point to this video is the day after, get right back on it. Because the difference between the people who get results and the ones who do not are the ones who get straight back on it. The smaller the gap between you deviating from the plan and then getting back on it, the better results you will get. But if you wait till Monday, if you wait till next month, if you delay in taking action, you are going to go backwards and we don't want that. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that prepares you a little bit better for what should be a really lovely social time. See you later.